Hello, this is Janaki Nath and welcome to this program. Today we have in our studio the leader of the Bald Lives Matter movement, Mr. Garibaldi. Welcome, Mr. Garibaldi.
Thank you.
Mr. Garibaldi, tell us something about your Bald Lives Matter movement. Some people feel that you're only seeking attention.
Not at all. We are here for our rights, equal rights.
Are you against hate people?
No, but I am against hairism.
Why do you think there's hateism in this country?
Because we've been called all sorts of nasty names. Baldy, Taklu, Dome of the Rock and many more. The other day I was walking down the street and one passerby just shouted, "Hey look, Gold Gumbaz is walking."
Mr. Garibaldi, we all can accept that there is discrimination against hair-challenged people in this country.
I object to the usage of the term hair challenged. Collars differently styled.
All right, apologize. We all can accept that there is discrimination against differently styled people in this country. But some people feel that it is limited to specific walks of life.
Crap. Bald people are discriminated everywhere. Sports, movies, politics, just everywhere.
Sports? But some of the most successful sports people have been bald people. Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo.
Zidane was semi-bald. Cristiano Ronaldo is not bald.
I was talking about Brazilian Ronaldo.
He was not bald either. He merely shaved his head.
Is that not support for bald rights?
No, it's like blackface.
Therefore, sure have been more bald sporting heroes.
Yes, and they all have been victims of baldophobia. Pete Sampras is more popular than Andre Agassi, even though Agassi won all the 4 Grand Slams and the Olympic medal. Why?
Because he won more Grand Slams.
Because he's haired. Evander Holyfield beat Mike Tyson twice. Tyson could never beat Holyfield, yet Tyson is more popular. Why? Because he is haired.
These are international sportsmen.
India is no exception to baldophobia. Take cricket for example.
Where is baldophobia in cricket?
It is there. You might not be able to see it, but it is there. In 1988, 2 young school boys broke the record for the highest partnership in a tournament. One of them was Sachin Tendulkar, the other one was Vinod Kambli. Tendulkar went on to play 200 test matches, while Kambli played only 17. Why? Because he went bald.
I think that was a long time ago.
That was just one instance. In 2013, everyone remembers how cruelly Dhoni removed Virendra Sehwag from the Indian cricket team. And now they are after Shikhar Dhawan.
Mr. Garibaldi, you said there is discrimination also in movies.
Of course, Indian actors face discrimination all the time because of being bald, be it Bollywood, Collywood, Tollywood. Vinod Khanna was a very successful actor in Bollywood. His son Akshay Khanna is a flop actor, despite being a better one. Why? Because he is bald.
I don't think that is the reason. It is just that the son is never as good as the father.
Ha! Then why is Rakesh not as famous as Hrithik?
But Rajnikant is bald. Is he not loved by the audiences?
Rajnikant wears a wig. I don't want bald people to be accepted just because we dress like haired people. I want us to be accepted the way we are. Oh, and I forgot to mention, baldness is much worse when it comes to a woman. A bald woman will not even find a groom for her.
I can agree with your last statement. But I think this is a problem only with Indian film industry.
No, it is very prevalent in Hollywood as well. Take James Bond for instance. Bond is always haired, but his villain Blofeld, bald.
James Bond is a character. I'm only talking about actors.
In Hollywood, you can be a leading star being bald.
Yes.
Provided you're a porn star like Johnny Sins.
You said discrimination also exists in politics. Come on. Mahatma Gandhi is the father of this nation.
You know why Godse killed Gandhi?
Because he was a religious fanatic.
No, because he could not stand the sight of a bald man being called the father of the nation. And it was not just him. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel also could not survive for much long.
But Nehru was bald. Nehru lived for a long time. He also ruled for a long time.
And he had to wear a cap also for a very long time. And look where that has got us. All the prime ministers are either haired or they wear a cap or a turban. Deve Gowda could not even complete his term because he was bald. The only person to have completed a full term was P.V. Narasimha Rao. And his career also was marred by corruption allegations. Why? Because he was bald.
Maybe this is only the case where 2 political parties, Indian National Congress and Janata Dal.
BJP also has its share of baldophobia. Who made BJP a nationalist party? Advani. And who became PM? Vajpayee. Why?
Because Advani was bald?
Correct. BJP has 3 main star campaigners. Modi, Amit Shah, Yogi Adityanath. And who is the PM? Modi. Why? Because he is haired.
Mr. Garibaldi, I heard you are an atheist. Is it true?
No, I believe in God, but I don't believe in religion. All religions are anti-bald.
Why do you think so?
Was Ram bald? Was Krishna bald? Were any of Jesus, Buddha, Prophet Muhammad, Mahavir, Guru Nanak bald? All gods are head, and so are goddesses. But when it comes to devotees, they take them and tonsure their heads at Tirupati.
Mr. Garibaldi, what is the message you want to give to our viewers?
All we are asking for is equality. Every human being should be treated equal, regardless of their religion, color, sexual orientation, gender, or hairstyle. Please support the Bald Lives Matter movement. We need you.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Garibaldi.
To show solidarity for the Bald Lives Matter movement, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button and share this video to as many people as you can.